Okay, let's talk about Unc Shay Shay
Ugh.
because that news has been blowing up my timeline.
Okay, but like for real, was anyone really shocked?
Mm.
I mean, definitely I wasn't shocked. Now, but to be fair, I have always thought Shannon Sharpe was gay. That was I mean, there's been some pretty credible gossip, online gossip. It's gossip. But I'm like, oh, he's gay, which is fine. Like, whatever, if it's two consenting adults, I'm here for it. Um, so yeah, I wasn't shocked, but I was surprised, let's say that. Only because it was a woman and not, a young man. But it's funny to me. So I know you put on there impact about what was she, 19? Like she's a baby.
Hmm.
So there's this huge age gap. So that's weird. Because what is he? Is he 59? I don't
I
remember
believe
how old.
so.
Yeah. So that's gross. Um, but the thing that's super gross, and I don't want to gloss over that. But the weirdest part for me is whenever I hear about people with race play, because apparently there was a lot of race play, and I'm not. No, I'm probably. I no, I'm gonna kink shame. Fuck it, I'm kink shaming. Why is it that we always go straight to slavery with race play? Like you didn't want to be like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. Like we always go straight to slavery. What is that? It's weird.
It's again like white supremacy. Like it's so ingrained. Yeah, well, and I just kept thinking of like Jonathan Majors telling that white woman, like, I need you to be my Coretta Scott. Like,
Girl, what?
what?
Yeah.
Like,
What?
excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah. And just to go back to the 59-year, like, what does a 59-year-old man want with a 19-year-old woman? And it grosses me out when people are like, well, it's legal. Like, you're a child molester for sure. Because as a woman my youngest child will be 29 this year, I could never in life look at anyone, if I was a single woman who was dating 19 years old, and take them seriously. What are you doing? What are you doing? And
It's
he's
all
like,
about power and control.
I saw a clip where he said he was talking to Ocho Cinco on their podcast, and he was talking about people having a problem with him dating a younger woman, and he's like something to the effect of like people are worried about him dating, their dating age, and he's worried about dating his wage. I mean, there's hella grown ass women who are making as much or more. Like she's an OnlyFans model. And I've
Right.
never heard of her. So like I don't know. Maybe she's super rich, but and also how long is that gonna last?
I mean, someone
You're not
his age and wage just wouldn't tolerate him is the problem. Like a woman that established, but like there's no reason.
yeah. And that's really getting to the heart of the matter, right? Is like you to me and that's it. Like if you're a 59-year-old man dealing with a woman or a young lady who's 19 years old, y'all, there's nothing for y'all to talk about. Like she doesn't have any life experience.
Well,
Like
and
you're
the fact that we were also warned about this, right? Like, isn't this like the whole plot of Love and Basketball? Not really, but she's not even old enough to remember that movie. Like,
Mhm.
Right.
I was a full grown adult before I realized that love and basketball was abusive though. So there's that.
yeah, that no, I'm not a fan of the dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
Um,
always so like interesting in these dynamics where it's an older man and a younger woman because the men always come to the defense, well, she's mature or like she just gets me, or whatever their excuse is. It's like, oh, okay. Well, do you also have 19-year-old male friends?
Word.
Because you don't.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what makes her different other than
Yeah.
you're fucking her?
Yeah. And the flip side of that is, so Michelle Obama has a new podcast. It's called In My Opinion. She does it with her brother. And as much as I, talk shit about Barack being, head white supremacist for 8 years, I love me some Michelle. So I was watching it recently, and she was interviewing Tracy Ellis Ross. Did you see like the discourse around Tracy Ellis Ross, because she's a single woman, and she was talking about how she dates younger men? And I think when they pressed her to put a number on it, younger men for her were like 40 something. She's 52. And her reasoning behind it was because um, in that age range, millennial age range, that the men were just more progressive than men in her age range. So that 50 plus year old men tend to be more conservative when it comes to like the gender binary and all of that. And she's just like, I don't want to deal with that. So she's dealing with millennial men because they're more progressive and open minded. That makes sense to me. And also, 40-year-old men are still fucking adults.
Frontal lobe is fully developed.
The lobe's fully developed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess that's a good point that Shannon's just like, I date my wage, not my age. But what about your stage, right? Like, it is possible to be in the same stage, in your 40s and 50s, of course, but there is no possible, or there shouldn't be a possible way to be in the same stage with a teenager when you're a grown, established adult. You should have other things going on.
Yeah. That a 19-year-old should not even be on your radar.
Well, and
Like
I'm
I
sure like Shannon Sharpe and Tracy Ellis Ross like kind of run in the same circle almost. So like you couldn't have approached her and said like, "Hey, got any friends, or would you like to go?" Like Tracy Ellis is beautiful. Like,
yeah. No, she's fire. Yeah.
yeah.
No, so I think it just really boils down to he's not mature enough for women his age. Like, yeah, how did you just say that? What did you say? What is your stage? I like that. What stage are you in life? And yeah, like you said, Empath, like at 19 years old, your brain is not fully developed. Your frontal lobe is not fully developed. So you're just more open to manipulation and power and control. And yeah, ew. It's gross.
And like just look at the dynamics. I mean, no shade to OnlyFan creators, cuz like get your money,
Absolutely.
however you need. But like, yeah, she's
Absolutely.
an OnlyFans creator, and he's like a what, MVP, like
He's like a
football
Hall of
player, Hall of,
Fame.
yeah,
He's
sorry, I
not
don't
in
know
the
the
Hall of
sport.
Fame, but he's definitely a Hall of Fame contender. Yeah.
Yes, like just very like, come
Yeah.
on.
And I've been seeing the link or the clips with like when Michelle, or not Michelle, Monique was on Club Shay Shay, and she was telling him he needed an older woman, and Cat Williams was telling him he was afraid of white women, and like he didn't listen to nobody. He was like he and left there and went to go have text this woman about putting a big black baby inside of her.
Crazy.
And anytime a story like this happens, I just always think like, and men are allowed to run the country. Like a grown man who's thinking this way, who put his like future in a 19-year-old hands, and like they're just out here running the world.
Yeah. And like to be even more specific, because we didn't have this on our agenda today, but what's the young woman's name? Well, she's like fully formed adult. that just passed away allegedly due to suicide.
What was her last name?
Virginia.
Gaffeur. Yeah, Virginia Gaffeur.
Yes, who met Epstein and Donald Trump and the whole crew when she was like a kid, right? She's like 14, 14, 15. And that's the president of the United States. Like millions of people ran to the polls, allegedly, to vote for him. Wild.
Mm.
And the fact that it's only April. I